Hey guys, welcome to another event from Duston Library in support of the Summer Reading Challenge. I hope you're all doing the challenge. If not, it's still not too late to start. You can go to citysquad.org.uk and sign up. You will need a grown-up to help you, but it's very simple. And then you can record what books you read and complete your challenge before you go back to school in September. Okay, so we've got another event for you today. What we first came up with was the idea of maybe decorating biscuits, wasn't it, Jack?
That's a good idea.
But we thought, because you're not actually coming to us into the library and you're doing this at home, that we'd do an extra step. We thought we'd have a go at baking the biscuits as well. How do you think that's going to go, Jack?
I think it'll be fine.
Okay, should we give it a go? First of all, let's go through what you need. The first thing, the most important thing you do, is wash your hands. Okay, hands washed, you need to get your ingredients. We're going to need today some milk. It's about a tablespoonful. We've got some butter, 75 grams of butter.
That's correct, so we'll measure it out.
We've got some flour, 100 grams of flour. We've got 65 grams of oat or oatmeal. We've got a quarter of a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. And we've got, how much sugar have we got?
I think it was 35 grams.
35 grams of sugar. See, that's why I've got Jack here, because Jack remembers these kind of things. So we've got our ingredients there. We've also got a big bowl to mix it all in. We've got a baking tray, which we're going to need later when we put it in the oven. We've got something to cut out the shape of the biscuits. We've got a rolling pin to roll it, and some grease-proof paper. But the first thing we're going to do is get our mixture together, and this is the fun bit. So first of all, we put in the butter. Okay, there's our butter. Just dump it in there like that. We get the flour. We put the flour in. And we get the oats. Okay, let's put the oats in there. Now, Jack, do you want to have a squidge of that?
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, Jack's going to squeeze that up. I might get in there later as well. Really nice to get in there. So we've got to mix that up, make a nice kind of doughy mixture. How's it going? Is it all right?
It's making some little clumps.
Yeah, you've got to get them clumps. You've got to squeeze the butter. Yeah.
It's coming together.
Okay.
Just melting the butter a bit.
Yeah. Now we're making digestive biscuits today. We're using oats rather than oatmeal, so they may turn up a bit more like a hobnob, but digestives is what we're aiming for. Okay, it's a very easy recipe. We'll put the recipe in the comments below the video. So if you want to know how to do it yourself at home, then you can do that. How's that looking, Jack?
Yeah, it's getting better, Got one big ball.
Okay.
Trying to squidge it all into one enormous big ball.
Yeah.
Nearly done.
Okay.
Pick up all the bits around the edge.
Good. Yeah. I'm going to make it into one big ball. Right.
There it is.
And then we're going to add the bicarbonate of soda. Okay, so again, it's just a quarter of a teaspoonful of bicarbonate of soda. Okay, we'll put that on there. And we're going to add the sugar. Put that in, so you want your biscuits to be sweet, don't you? A little bit of sugar doesn't do anybody any harm. Okay, and then we'll mix all that together. I'll get in there this time and I'll have a mix. Oh, let's have a look. This is really nice. Now, at this point, you might be thinking it's still a little bit dry, and that's why we've got the milk. So we'll introduce the milk in a minute, just to give it that little bit more of a damp, squidgy texture. Okay. Oh, this feels really good to do this. Sometimes this is the best bit of baking. This and licking the bowl afterwards. That's the best bits. But right, okay. So, shall we add a bit of milk to that, Jack?
Does look like it needs a bit of liquid in there.
Yeah, okay. We'll give that a go. Okay. Right, do you want to do that, Jack? You can get in and squeeze around. Just add a bit more. It's very simple. Baking. Everyone thinks it's quite difficult. But if you've seen the Great British Bake Off, some of the idiots they have on there, very, very easy to do. You just follow instructions. And you know what? If you get it a little bit wrong, it doesn't matter because everybody makes their own signature dish, don't they? What have we got? Oh.
It doesn't feel quite as nice anymore.
Right, is it a bit, yeah.
It is a little bit.
Right, okay.
It's very sticky.
Okay, so we've got a ball there of what I think we can confidently call biscuit dough. You think that? Right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to get some greaseproof paper. So you can use some greaseproof paper. I think this might be the first time I've ever used greaseproof paper as greaseproof paper. I usually use it as tracing paper. Have you ever done that?
No, that's
yeah.
a good idea.
When I was growing up, couldn't afford tracing paper, we'd use greaseproof paper. You can see through it, it's fine. So we've got some greaseproof paper here. We'll put that flat down on there, Jack. Okay, do you want to throw the wadge on there? Right, okay. Then what we need to do is we need to flatten it out, okay? You're right, it does feel a bit sticky now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it does feel a bit more like biscuit dough. I don't know about you.
It smells good as well.
Oh yeah, it's going to be really, really nice. So let's flatten that down a bit. Then what we need to do is we need to get another piece of greaseproof paper. Just get some of the bits off my hands here. Okay. Now hopefully you'll be doing this in a nice clean kitchen. We're doing this in the library, but we will clean up afterwards. So when you are eventually allowed back in the library, it won't be covered in bits of biscuits. Okay. Right, so we put another piece of greaseproof paper on top of the flattened out biscuit mix, and then we need our rolling pin. Jack, do you want to do the rolling?
Yeah.
So you roll it nice and flat. Everyone knows how thick a biscuit is, so you want it about that thickness. Looks nice and smooth.
How about that?
Fantastic. I'm going to flip that over. There we go. And then we'll take the greaseproof paper off. So it's just lying on the greaseproof paper there. And now it's time to cut it. Now you can cut them into whatever shapes you want. We're going to cut them into a round shape because, as I say, we're going to try and make digestive biscuits. So just we've got a biscuit cutter here. You can use anything. You can use a mug. Turn a mug upside down. It's about the right size. So I'm just going to press that down onto there. And then I'm going to take this piece of greaseproof paper that we had before, and I'm going to put it on our baking tray over here. Okay. I'll put that over there. And then I'm going to take my cut out biscuit. Not sure it's actually cutting as well as I'd like, but let's see. There we go. We've got a biscuit shape there, and I'm going to put that on there. Okay, Jack, do you want to do one?
I'll give it a go.
See how you go. They're a little bit tricky.
Oh, it's looking good, that one.
Yeah. That's the secret. Twist. And you pick it up.
Oh.
Oh.
We've got half a biscuit.
That's all right. Half a biscuit is better than none. I'll do another one. There we go. I'll do the twisting. There we go. Okay. Pick this up. There we go. And then we can get one more out of there. Jack, you want to give that one a go? Now this mixture that we've made is about enough for 8 biscuits. We're only going to cut 4 out here, just to show you how we're doing it. But as we've cut out the dough there, you can see that you can bring it all back together and retrace your steps with that. So we'll do that. Bring it all back together into a ball of dough again. Flatten it down, then we'll fold over this bit of greaseproof paper and we'll roll it again. And you can keep doing that until you've used up all your dough, and you've got about 8 biscuits on the sheet. So let's do a couple more. Nice, good rolling action there, Jack. Press that down, twirl it around, pick up our nice round biscuit, and then Jack, do you want to do one more?
Last one.
Yeah, we'll do the last one. So we'll have some good biscuits for the second part of this event, which will be biscuit decorating. So we have got here 6 biscuits on a baking tray. And the first thing we do with that now is we need to go and put that in the fridge for 20 minutes. Put it in the fridge, chill it for 20 minutes, and while the fridge is chilling your biscuit mix, pop your cooker on. We want the oven at 170 degrees centigrade. So once you've done that, pop the biscuits in for 11 to 12 minutes, take them out, they should be nice, golden and brown, and all ready to decorate. We'll go off and do that now, and we'll see you in a bit for the decorating. So we're back, and do you know what? They've turned out okay. I've got to admit, we were really worried. We actually bought a packet of digestives here, just in case these didn't work. Such is our faith in our baking abilities. But you know what? I said earlier, anyone can bake, and it's turned out to be true, because Jack and I have baked these perfectly. And you know what? They needed a bit more time, so they needed sort of 15, 16 minutes in the oven rather than the 11 or 12 that we said earlier. But just keep an eye on them, and when they're nice and golden brown like this, can you see? Oh, there we go. Let me bring them closer to the camera. There you go. They resemble biscuits. A bit more hobnobby, like I said they might be, because we used oats rather than oatmeal, but I think they're wonderful. So now we're going to do the second part of the experiment and try and see how we can decorate them in a very silly ways. So we got some stuff. We went to Sainsbury's only because it's our local supermarket. Other supermarkets are available, and you can pick up little things, little biscuit and cake decorating kits. So we've got some coloured icing here, we've got some chocolate sprinkles, and we've got some hundreds and thousands. So I'm going to take a biscuit, Jack, and I'm just going to dive right in. I've got no idea what I'm going to do. You want to do the same? I'm going to start with a bit of red. Always like a bit of red. So here we go. Let's see what we can do on here. Oh yeah, oh. Do you know what? It looks a bit like blood, Jack.
Oh dear. That'll
be very good for when we get to Halloween. And we can do some Halloween crafts.
I think it looks a bit more like tomato ketchup.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know.
Maybe people would like that on a biscuit.
Tomato ketchup on a biscuit. Well, of course, Americans, they have their biscuits, they're savoury, aren't they? Yeah. They're a bit like our scones, the American biscuit. All right, let's just do a bit around here. So. How are you finding that? You finding that all right?
It's coming out very slowly.
Okay, yeah. I'm liking that. Okay. And you can do whatever you want on your biscuits, really. You can just go all out and make any kind of pattern you like. Oh, this green's a great colour. Again, if I was to look at it, I'd say it's a bit like snot. You can have a snot biscuit, Jack. Would you like a snot biscuit?
It sounds like something from a Roald Dahl book.
It really does, doesn't it? Yeah. Do you think the twits would eat snot biscuits?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently using the sauce
right.
as glue.
Ah, fantastic.
Put a little bit of glue on, and then you can stick decorations onto the sauce.
Whereas I've done a bit of writing, which I'll show you in a moment, but I've also done a little bit of using it as glue as well. Then I will get some chocolate sprinkles. These are called chocolate vermicelli. Do you know what a vermicelli is?
Vermicelli?
Vermicelli. It sounds like a pasta, doesn't it?
I think it's vermicelli.
Vermicelli, is it? Ah, of course. I don't quite know what vermicelli is, except that it's chocolate sprinkles. Oh, I've done a few too many there. Oh, there we go. It's gone all over. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, there's a nice dark chocolate smell to these chocolate sprinkles. So there's my first one here. I wrote silly squad and then put some sprinkles on, but I was very clumsy with the sprinkles, and it's obscured silly. You can just about make it out, but that's a good one I'll do there. I'm going to make another one now, Jack. What are you doing there? You're doing a face?
Yep, a face with a tongue sticking out.
Nice. I'm going to get black. It's really weird having black icing, isn't it? We've got any aging goths in the audience? They can use the black icing. Always good. Let's squeeze a bit of black out there. And a bit of black out there. A bit of black there.
There we go.
Excellent.
Alan. It's an Alan.
Biscuit head. Okay. And we'll do a big smiley mouth there. Okay. Let's use some black. Never used black icing before. Imagine making a whole cake with black icing, Jack. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Not the most appetising colour.
Did you ever have green ketchup when they brought that out?
No.
Yeah, they did green ketchup.
I suppose you get green tomatoes.
Well, I think it was just a green colour. It was very weird.
Do you remember chocolate flavoured vegetables?
Oh. What chocolate flavoured vegetables do you think there are?
Carrots. Peas.
Are they chocolate flavoured?
There was at one time.
Was there?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
Do they do that with genetic engineering?
Maybe.
Do-do-do.
I'm trying to make something reading a book.
Oh, right. Very good for the summer reading challenge. How are you all doing with the summer reading challenge? Hopefully you're all doing okay, reading your books, enjoying it as you go. I mean, you'll have had a few months off school, those of you who didn't have to go back. So I bet you're dying for something to do, really. And there we go there. And I've made a face now as well, so there we go. It's a face of a man with a beard, and let's see, Jack, you can become the biscuit. So there we go, biscuit head Jack. Whee! And I'm going to do one more. We've got 3 each, so I thought we'd do this. We did make enough for 8.
There we go, there's a little an alien reading a book.
Brilliant. We made enough for 8, but we had to try them out to make sure that they were nice. And you know what? They were. They really were. So let's do one more. And I'm going to do a special one now for my daughter Charlotte. This is going to be a special one for her. And you can use this because, as you can see, you can write letters. You can write messages on your biscuits, and that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to send a message to my daughter via the medium of biscuit. Okay. I wonder if anyone's ever done that before. It's the kind of thing you do in a war, isn't it? You wanted to escape detection. You'd send your messages on biscuits, which once you'd read the message, you could then eat the biscuit.
There is a chance they'd be eaten along the way, though.
Well, I mean, there is always that chance, and if those prisoners are still in the prisoner of war camp, it's because we've eaten biscuits. Yeah. Let's just do one final letter on here. Oh. There we go. Sticky fingers. And then I'll just do a bit round the side because it'd be nice to have some vermicelli on there. As Jack has told us, that's the way we say it. And really, you can do this with anything, really. You can decorate cakes. Make cakes. Cakes are just like biscuits. You bake them in a slightly different way. Use a bit of yeast in that, don't you?
You could do, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it rise.
Yeah. There we go. For my final biscuit, I've written a message to my daughter Charlotte that says, "You smell." But it's nice because it's in the form of a yummy biscuit. And what have you done there, Jack?
I'll take off some of the chocolate bits. I've stuck with the alien theme.
Oh, cool, cool.
And there's a couple of aliens on the moon about to get sucked up into a UFO. A nice little picture.
And you can eat that biscuit one alien at a time. That'd be very good. So I hope you've enjoyed doing this. I hope you've made some at home. If you have, take pictures and send them in to us. So we'd love to see what you've been making. But most of all, enjoy eating them. And enjoy reading your books. How many books have you read this summer, Jack, so far?
Oh, I couldn't even count them. Too many.
I'm on my second full book of the summer. And we're nearly halfway through, so I need to hurry up if I'm going to get my 6 done. But I'm sure you at home are doing them ever so well. Remember, there's a weekly challenge that we put out every Monday, and we'll be back soon with another activity for you to follow along at home. So until then, see you later.